In the dead of night, on a secluded private island, a hush falls over a small crowd. A circle of elite onlookers, some of the richest and most powerful people on the planet, lean forward in anticipation. In the center of a makeshift arena, two men circle each other under harsh white lights, their muscles tense and faces already bruised. This isn't a scene from a Hollywood movie. This is the rumored reality of the underground billionaire fight club. It's so outrageous, you'd think it was fiction. And yet whispers of this illicit fight ring have persisted for years. But stay tuned. As we peel back the layers of secrecy, you'll discover that truth can be stranger than fiction. Don't click away, because each reveal is more jaw-dropping than the last. Now, Opulent Odyssey takes you on a journey into this shadowy world with a dramatic, documentary-style investigation delivered in the voice of a young David Attenborough. We'll uncover how these clandestine brawls allegedly operate, who might be involved, and the tantalizing clues that have kept both investigators and the public guessing. This story is a tale of wealth, power, secrecy, and the thirst for danger behind closed doors. Our story begins with a murmur in the gilded halls of privilege. At first it sounds absurd, an underground fight club where billionaires and moguls gather to watch or even take part in brutal fights. It seems too wild to be true. Yet the whispers grow louder, traded in secret over champagne in penthouse parties and on private jets. Could the ultra-rich really be indulging in high-stakes bare-knuckle brawls for entertainment? One early rumor dates back to the late 1970s. A martial artist named Frank Dux claimed he had competed in a clandestine tournament called the Kumite, a secret no-holds-barred fighting championship allegedly held for the pleasure of wealthy patrons. His story, which even inspired a Hollywood film, hinted that somewhere in the shadows, elite spectators might already be betting on blood sport. Skeptics found little evidence the Kumite ever happened, and many believe Dux fabricated the tale. But the idea refused to die. The wealthy might have a taste for savage, secret entertainment. Over the years, similar tales emerged from different corners of the world. In Silicon Valley, a satirical news piece once joked that a tech billionaire ran a fight ring in his basement, a joke that felt eerily plausible to those who know the eccentricities of the ultra-rich. If gladiator games could captivate the emperors of ancient Rome, could modern billionaires be reviving such brutal spectacles behind closed doors? To truly understand the allure of this rumored fight club, picture a scene: a luxury yacht anchored in international waters, far from any prying authority. On the yacht's expansive deck, under a grand white tent, lies a makeshift arena lit by crystal chandeliers. The air is thick with cigar smoke and anticipation. A who's who of the ultra-wealthy encircles the ring tech moguls, hedge fund tycoons, aristocrats, even a few notorious crime bosses, all drawn by the promise of witnessing raw, unfiltered combat. Suddenly, a hush. Two figures step into the ring. These aren't ordinary brawlers. They're hand-picked fighters. Both men know the stakes. In this fight club, there are no rules and no limits. Only one will walk away with the prize, the other might not walk away at all. The fight begins with an explosion of violence. Fists fly and jaws crack under the force of bone on bone. The exclusive audience erupts in cheers and gasps. Colossal sums of money quietly exchange hands as bets ride on every punch. A normally reserved investment banker finds himself hollering like a schoolboy at ringside. A steel magnet grips his champagne flute so tightly it might shatter. For these spectators, this is the ultimate thrill, danger, and blood on display. A modern gladiator spectacle purchased for an exorbitant price. As the bout rages, one guest stands apart from the frenzy. A silver-haired gentleman in a pristine white suit, watching intently. He is the host of tonight's violent soiree, a reclusive billionaire with a polished public image. By day, he's known for philanthropy and high society galas, but by night he indulges a darker obsession. This stark contrast, the charitable tycoon secretly revealing in brutality, embodies the shocking duality at the heart of the underground fight club. Finally, one combatant drops to his knees, utterly spent. With one last ferocious strike, the victor sends him collapsing to the floor. The crowd erupts in raucous applause. The winner, shaking with adrenaline, is discreetly handed a briefcase full of cash as medics carry off the unconscious loser. The guests raise their glasses as if they've just witnessed a fine play. In a way, they have, except this performance drew real blood. How did such a secret even come to light? For a long time, it was nothing more than rumor. Silence is the code of the underground fight club. Every person present, from billionaire guests to lowly deckhands, is sworn to secrecy, either by loyalty, fear, or legal contract. But some secrets are too big, too horrific to stay buried. Our insight comes from a man we'll call John. He was a security contractor, a former Special Forces soldier, hired to protect one of the VIPs at that yacht gathering.
I've seen combat in war zones, but I never imagined billionaires would treat it like a party game. Out there on international waters, they acted like gods watching gladiators. Law and morality meant nothing.
John describes how, after the fight, the billionaires congratulated the fighters as if they were prized entertainers. The host was in exuberant spirits, already talking about arranging the next match. Thick wads of cash and digital crypto transfers changed hands to settle bets.
It haunts me. They treated him like a pawn. I don't know if he was paid off or if he disappeared, but I couldn't forget what I saw.
The horror of that night, and the casual ease with which the ultra-rich attendees enjoyed it, ultimately compelled John to blow the whistle. He believes the fight on the yacht was not a one-off event. If these events are real, why haven't authorities or the media brought them to light? The answer lies in the power that extreme wealth commands. When billionaires close ranks, they form an impenetrable shield of influence. Money moves silently behind the scenes, hiring top lawyers and buying ironclad confidentiality. According to rumor, one investigative journalist came disturbingly close to exposing the Fight Club. She gathered anonymous testimonies and even obtained a grainy photo that appeared to show a well-known hedge fund billionaire standing beside an illicit ring. But before she could publish, an army of high-priced attorneys descended with threats. A cease and desist letter arrived out of nowhere, warning of ruinous lawsuits. Her editors, under pressure, pulled the plug. The incriminating photo vanished from the internet overnight, as if it had never existed. In the end, the journalist was silenced, a stark reminder that money and power can bury secrets very deep. Jurisdiction is another shield for the untouchable rich. These clandestine events are deliberately held in legal grey zones, on international waters, in far-flung private compounds, or in countries where favors can be easily bought. Even if someone gets seriously hurt or killed, it's hushed up. A death in the ring might be explained away as a heart attack during a private vacation. Injuries are tended to in secret, with no official records. With unlimited resources, the organizers ensure there's no paper trail and no questions asked. What drives people who have everything to orchestrate something so primitive and perilous as a fight club? It may come down to boredom, power, and the thrill of transgression. When life is too comfortable and every desire is easily fulfilled, some ultra-wealthy individuals develop a craving for the one thing money isn't supposed to buy: genuine danger. Psychologists suggest that extreme wealth can breed a sense of invincibility, a belief that the normal rules don't apply to you. For billionaires who can purchase anything, the most enticing experience can become the forbidden one: raw, unscripted violence with real stakes. The adrenaline rush of watching, or even participating in, a life-and-death struggle becomes the ultimate forbidden fruit. History shows that the rich and powerful have long been drawn to violent entertainments. 2,000 years ago, Rome's elites packed the Colosseum to cheer on gladiators in bloody combat. Centuries later, kings and nobles secretly watched duels to the death for amusement. That same dark fascination lingers today. Even the notion of modern tech billionaires fighting isn't purely fantasy. When Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg playfully teased a cage match, even eyeing Rome's Colosseum as a venue, it made global headlines. If a spectacle like that can be discussed openly, imagine what some billionaires might be doing secretly. It forces us to wonder, when people gain virtually limitless power and wealth, what boundaries remain? The underground billionaire fight club might be the most extreme example of privilege unchecked. And whether or not it's real, the very idea of it speaks volumes about the excesses that unimaginable wealth can enable. If you've made it this far, thank you for joining us on this eye-opening journey. Keep watching our channel for more deep dives into the hidden lives and scandals of the rich and powerful. And if you aspire to take a seat at the table with billionaires yourself, check out the links in the description we've prepared. You won't want to miss them. If you found this story gripping and want to see more scandalous behind-the-scenes videos on the ultra-wealthy, then hit that like button and subscribe to Opulent Odyssey. Your support helps us uncover more unbelievable true stories. Until next time, stay curious and stay vigilant.